So,
I'm about to marry an attorney and I hear they don't sleep, so.
what's that?
I said I'm about to marry an attorney and I hear they don't sleep, so.
So Mr. Frank should be available.
Right. Do you sleep, Jim?
Very well.
He's retired.
So there you go.
He's retired.
Now he's
Okay, so let's make a motion to keep the public hearing open.
I'll make a motion.
Need a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a facility use. Is it in your packet? It's not in mine. For Little League, February, April 14th, 2018. They plan on, in addition to opening a parade, having a vendor event from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Fulton Square, which is adjacent to Mays Field.
Because when the ladies of the village did it last year, we improved everything.
Yeah,
We like it.
You don't have,
It's private property.
you don't have to. They just filled, I guess somebody at the front desk had given them the form, so they just
Okay, so
wanted
they
you
just
to know
wanted to let us
basically
know
what was
that.
going on.
Okay, so there's going to be a vendor, opening day vendor event from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at Fulton Square, 16 Post Street, which is adjacent to Mays Field. Application can be found on WASHLL, so Washington Little League, SIPlay.com. I don't know what the SIPlay is.
I think it's a website that supports, the soccer leagues are there.
So, takes care of that. I have a couple of invoices here that have not been paid for some time. And I'd like to just pass it around. Going back to November from TAM Enterprises. Switch, no, they're all different. I will be putting together all the other bills that have not been paid for some time.
You want signatures, that way?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, do we know the reason why these invoices weren't paid?
Yes,
What's the difference? You mean they were just stuck in a drawer somewhere?
yes.
Forgot about it?
I don't think they're charging us that.
Was the work done?
Yes,
Invoices were approved?
yes.
So they can come out of last year's budget, not this year's budget that just began, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's when the work was done.
I mean, where these you have,
Are they capital projects under GASB 34?
Sorry?
Are they capital projects under GASB 34?
No, this was work done on the existing sewer plant. emergency services.
So it would be a capital expense.
No, no. Okay. Any public comments? Yes.
I understand that the person that was paying bills would have left. I guess 3 weeks from this Wednesday. I haven't been to the last couple of village board meetings, but are the bills all being paid and resolutions to move money have been, I haven't been to public meetings to hear it, but
We were just talking about that too.
were
that
you?
You haven't been here.
I know, I'm sure you were so upset.
No, we weren't upset.
I just know that that was a big job and possibly the reason for them leave, and I will say no more, unless you turn off the tape. But bills are being paid, things are being done, transfers of money are being done to pay, okay, resolutions and everything, okay, so just want to make sure we're moving, we're not gonna get,
No,
someone come and lock us down.
we won't allow that.
All right.
You sure they weren't paid? They're just lying in a drawer?
Yes.
Sean Hagley, my question is, it sort of reverts to the solar systems, but it has nothing to do with solar. You were saying you want to move the panels for the safety of the firemen. Is there any date when the fire hydrant that was knocked down in early, a couple months ago, an ahern's gonna be fixed?
Do we have a time schedule? We have 3 of them that need to be.
Right, 2 of them are shut-offs, I think, right?
Right, one at on Revere,
There's one on Becker.
one on Becker, and one on Tolman.
It's a shut-off, I think, is that an actual fire hydrant?
Where?
One at Tolman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it?
Actually.
You always have the
Yeah.
chassis built on it. Where
Yes,
they want to
it
blow.
was put out of service, but it's still a fire hydrant.
I was,
It's been out of service for years.
I was in contact with the chief to talk about the hydrants, about throughout the village. So it's really myself, the chief, and Chris Montino just getting together and looking at all the hydrants, what needs to be repaired, if anything has to be repaired, flushing of them, so forth.
Right, that's been a long time, it's at the bottom of the hill, if they're stretching, they're pulling uphill, that's not a good stretch. You want safety, you don't want a heart attack.
You have to remember that your hydrant schedule
That's one of
is
the decades.
approximately 400 feet apart.
It's at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, we were there, well, we didn't see it actually happen, but that's when you were
Didn't
left
close
the
it,
town.
Did you cause it?
No, no.
Okay.
But we just were thankful that no one was hurt.
Well, I
That
don't know
fire
how it went down.
hydrant was airborne, it hit the garage door of that house,
That's a lot of
on Decker.
Mhm.
And the light post came down, in addition to that.
If I said Acorn, I meant Decker.
I know, it's age.
We won't get there.
You ain't kidding. Yes.
I also have an issue on Decker. The resident at 71 Decker is currently cutting down all the trees on the property. And I wanted to know if that was village green space and
It
not
was
village property.
addressed,
A couple times, but I think it's, with the building inspector's really working on it, but
okay.
she was there last week, we addressed it. I think she's got a resolution, as long as he continues doing what he's doing, it should be cleaned up pretty soon. But I think she would,
Is he
So it
gonna
came to a
replace the
stop.
trees?
We came to, what's that?
Is he gonna replace the trees?
If trees were actually removed from that area,
He cut them all down to sell firewood.
well, I don't know if those were the trees, if he was selling those trees. He assured me that he was not cutting down those trees, that he was getting wood from, I believe, the high grove site.
Yeah, the logs delivered it out.
Yeah. However, he needs to repair that site in the same condition that it was before he decided to go into the wood business.
It's an eyesore.
Yes. But it has been addressed, like the chief said, and it's now to a stop. I saw his mother sweeping the street the other day.
Was it a stop work order or violation? It was one of
It was a violation, I believe,
the.
right?
It was a
Was it a violation?
I'm not sure, she might have.
Stop. Stop, who said that?
I said,
It was a stop order?
that's,
So yes, it has.
Thank you.
I see in the paper that there's considerable progress being made on the sewer plant.
Yes.
That's fortunate. Do they have a projected completion date?
I think they're talking February of,
No, sorry,
when is that?
April 2019.
Yep, okay, so about another year, and a couple months. Good.
Thank you.
That's why we're in meetings.
Yeah. Should be February though. So see what you could bring up.
Yeah, driving around, I took a look, the state roads have a lot more traffic than the village roads, but there are no potholes in the state roads. New Windsor has done a lot of, has done a very big repaving, and there are no potholes on their roads. The county roads don't have potholes. When you go through Washingtonville, I mean, Decker, I don't know why the police be worried about speeding, you can't speed on it, it's so bumpy. Decker's just a disaster, and so many other, they redid like Tolan Road like 5 years ago, and it's a mess. And my concern is when you're doing the new roads in the Rieger subdivision, I realized you didn't have an engineer for a long time, but but they're gonna go forever. I mean, it's pretty well standard in highway engineering that if you don't do it right, you're gonna just keep redoing it, just like Capitol's been redone all the time. It's known as reflective crack. You put it on, bubbles up from underneath, and it cracks again. So as far as cost, when you're talking about repaving almost all these things, is it really worthwhile on some of these streets without having a study done to even repay them? I mean, you might have to go back to square one, tear them up, put down the, the bedding, and also putting down the drainage and whatnot. I know Decker has had a big problem, evidently a pipe was underneath there. And as far as other saving money, I mentioned it before, a lot of time is spent picking up leaves. I think you ought to phase in a law indicating everyone has to have a mulcher blade, so you don't have to worry about the leaf. It's standard agronomy that obviously leaves being mulched is the best way to get rid of them, and it also, re-puts the nutrients back in the soil, grass clippings also. And along with that, you pass all these laws, but nobody even knows how the heck to enforce them. It's like 5 hours shoveling up the snow off here. Most people aren't even home by that point. And then you have this noise law, but you don't have any audiometers, and you allow people going around with the, Guatemalan trumpets blowing leaves all over the place. Obviously, almost every one of them is in violation of, violation of the noise ordinance. But the mulching would save you, if everyone was required to have mulching, then you wouldn't have to be picking up these leaves all the time. And you'd even give people rates, you guys are teaching how to use them, but, basically what you do, what people are doing, and I know because I filed all these incident reports. As you're aware, I have a lot of oak leaves on my property. I raked them all up, I came home, and then I have 6 inches of oak leaves, right across the street's a big oak tree. I don't have an oak tree on my property. So, I'd like to know, one way of doing that would be to have a mulching, and second of all, just ban the blowers. They're in violation anyway, they're at least 90 dB on the A scale. So. You can also, like Peekskill did, you can also phase it in, like 5 years and all, and that would include, you have to, you license the lawn services.